boys and girls, it's Bobby Riley from Arkansas Pro DJs and DJ MasterMind. And you know, last week we had something happen during a wedding that kind of bothered me. I kind of threw it on the back burner until this morning when I sat down at my Facebook page and was going over my news feed, and DJ Dano, which is a really good friend of mine, posted something up that caught my attention. And it was called Unplugging Your Guests. Let me kind of give you a scenario of what happened, and then let's kind of take it from there, and I'll kind of get into my little bit of a rant here. Last week we were doing a wedding show, or we were actually doing a wedding at the Museum of Discovery. We got ready to do our cake cutting. Now, for my shows, we do a history of cake cutting. We kind of explain where the tradition comes from, and then we walk our bride and groom through cutting of the cake. Okay, all the way to the end. Now, with that being said, the vendors on hand at this particular wedding, we had 2 videographers and 2 photographers. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that a videographer runs anywhere from $1,200 higher. A photographer usually about the same. So right there in just that 2 groups, you've got $2,400 wrapped up in pictures and videography. Okay? 4 people, they had 2 cameras each, good to go. I'd already explained to both groups what we were going to do, where I was going to be standing, and how I was going to be doing it. Okay? During the announcement of the cake cutting, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, it's the cutting of the cake. As soon as those words left my mouth, we had 7 guests stand up, walk toward the cake with their cell phones out, and start taking pictures. Now, there's 3 things I want you to realize here. First of all, not a single one of those guests had their flash turned off. So there's no way the photographers could take pictures at that time. Secondary, as I'm walking the bride and groom over to their cake and explaining the history of the cake cutting, these guests were getting in the way of us getting to the cake. I had to ask the guests to please move to the side so we could get to where we needed to be. I finally get the bride and groom in place and start getting ready to go through the interactive portion of the cake cutting. As I start to give the history of the cake cutting, a guest walks up behind me. Now keep in mind, I am on my microphone. I am talking to the rest of the guests. I'm talking to the bride and groom. A guest walks up behind me, grabs me by the shoulder, and says, "Will you please move?" This is a guest. This is not a vendor. This is a guest stopping me mid-sentence because I was in the way of a shot they wanted to get with their cell phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this video today is a personal message, and I'm going to invite the rest of the DJ community to please join with me. This is a personal message to ask you to unplug. If you're invited to a wedding, please, by all means, take your cell phone with you. But do 3 things for me. First of all, turn the ringer off. In the middle of a ceremony, your cell phone going off disturbs not only you, but the entire ceremony. Put it on silent or vibrate. Second, if you're invited to a wedding reception, you're not the photographer. You're not the videographer. The bride and groom, or the bride's family, the groom's family, whoever helped finance this wedding, has paid to have these professional vendors at this location for just these reasons. We promise you'll get a copy of the pictures, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on the couple's Twitter page, it doesn't matter. At some point or another, you'll get a copy of the pictures. And third, you're not a videographer. I understand that you want to help the bride and groom capture these amazing moments and you want to relive them, but guess what? A professional videographer will capture these moments so exquisitely that the camera on your phone will not come close to the $1,200 to $1,500 they have paid for that piece of equipment. So, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, I beg of you, if you are a guest, be a guest. Enjoy the time. Enjoy being with the bride and groom. Enjoy being in their presence, and spend this day having fun with them. Drop the cameras. Drop the video cameras and enjoy the day. Guys, this has been Bobby Riley from DJ MasterMind and Arkansas Pro DJs, wishing you all the best. Until next time.